Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Alright, we're gonna get started soon. See people in chat. Hi Mario. Okay, I guess I might as well get started. So, basically, the goal of today is I am not going to end stream until the entire track is finished. That's right. This could take literally a few minutes. It probably won't. This could take 5 hours. This could take 10. We do not know how long this is going to take, but I am not ending the stream until this track is finished. That is for certain. Some context on the track. Basically, actually, I see, there's a new video game coming out called Donkey Kong Bonanza, and when you collect, you basically go around in the game collecting bananas. When you collect a banana, this sound effect is played, and I basically turned this into like this bass house drop, and I am not ending stream today until this track is finished. So make sure to subscribe too. All right, let's take a listen to how it is so far.
Go for code bananas.
And that's all I got so far. So, as you can tell, this is going to be a very long stream, probably. I see more people getting in chat. If you're welcome new to the stream, we're not streaming until the song's finished. One other thing I wanted to add is the reason I'm doing this today is because the game releases next Thursday, and I want to have this out on release day. So hopefully it does well in the YouTube algorithm. Okay. So I guess the first thing is to work on like a break or an intro, because really it just starts with the build-up right now. Which is pretty cool. I have like this cool like radio. I was trying to get like a radio vocals, but I don't know if it turned out well. And the whole thing's kind of like a meme song. It's not meant to be taken seriously, so it's silly. But yeah. So I guess we start with the break. So far I just have this Reese, which is meant to be filtered. I don't know why it's that's wrong. There we go. Okay. Let me know in chat. Have you made Bass House, by the way? Is anyone a fan of Bass House? Have you never heard it? Have you made it? Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in chat. I'm very interested to hear. Oh, my mic is clipping according to OBS. Sorry about that. Okay. So, I think here, some, like, cool percussion or, like, ambience could be good. I have this, kind of like this whole Bass House pack, which has a lot of different stuff. It sounds like a huge intro into any DZ set. Yeah, that's kind of my goal. And like, if you look at like meme songs, how they blow up, they're all like bass focused. It's annoying, but like, it's what I'm gonna do. Okay, maybe some cool verses. I'm not a fan of any of these particularly. This one kind of builds a lot of tension. Let's maybe use that. We could have like a... Okay, I'm not sure how well this is going to work out, but we can do like a swoosh sound effect. I don't know how to describe it. And then what we do here is we go up in... And we can just kind of like do this amount so it comes in here. Maybe not quite that fast. But also not that slow. I want it to go faster. Yeah, kind of like that. And then we need to have it start off like right with a heavy kick and stuff. I guess it kind of does here. So for the break, I was thinking like either an Amen drums, which if you don't know, it's like the but it's, let me just play it actually. Not that, but kind of similar. It is... Yeah, like this. if you want to know more about like how that was created and like the origins of it, Synthet has a really cool video on it that I highly recommend. But we can probably just take like some basic drums and then we can turn them into our own, just to get inspired. I'm not really a fan of any of these. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. Definitely need some more, like, it should be bigger, so I'm gonna use Bigifier on this. We can maybe do this one. Just gonna find some presets. Synth opener. Sounds bigger. But also louder, so we don't wanna mess that up. And now we really need a bunch of ambience to, like, fill this up. So back to what I was doing. Does it have, like, some drones or beds or, like... This pack is, like, really, I only use it for bass house, and that's basically it. Yeah. Oh, ambience, here we go. Okay, this is perfect. What key are we in? I am not sure. Oh, in D minor. Okay. So let's get something like close to D. I want something kind of dark. This could work. Maybe not. I'll keep that in there, but I'm gonna disable it for now. Oh yeah, we could do like a tremolo. Actually, what if we did a tremolo effect on this? Which you can use a tremolo plugin. I like to use AutoPan actually. And then we go here, and then we go here. We can actually use this as an intro too by going here and then we fade in the amount from there to there. We also need some chords, definitely. And I'm not happy with this amount of ambience, so we're going to add more later. But first, we need to add some chords of some sort. Let's see. I don't know where to go for chords. Where should I go? I can go JS card? Maybe. This is one of his older packs. Recently, he's gotten a lot better at bass house, and it's like does insane stuff. Okay, not that rhythm. Yeah, let's not do that rhythm. If we make this a little faster, this could be kind of cool. It's in triplets right now, and I don't like that. That's kind of cool. You want it to be a little creepy and eerie, and that's where it's going. Now, this is not wide enough, so let's also make this wider. A lot wider than that. And add a EQ and OTT and all just the standard processing stuff that we want to add. One thing I have seen that's kind of cool is to add a ring modulator. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Where you go. My friend who does a ton of like bass stuff did this when we were in a call the other day, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I don't want to add on the drums, but I feel like it could be cool on some stuff. It's just like a cool distortion. Yeah, it could be really cool in these chords. Move it over here. Reorder this. That sounds pretty cool, I think. With that, you have to make it a little more. What does rectify do? Ooh. Oh, we have other options in sign. That adds like a really cool noise to it. I like that. Okay. Okay, still not big enough. So let's make it bigger. And then what can we do to make it big? We're gonna add some more ambience. Maybe some natural ambience. Like, what is this? Sounds like some rain, maybe. I don't want to add rain. I want to add, like, the game's, like, set in the jungle, so we can do stuff like that. And to be clear, I am not affiliated with Nintendo in any way. This is an unofficial remix that I'm just making for a fun meme song that'll hopefully be releasing on YouTube only the day the game releases. Okay. I think Kashmir has, like, some jungle stuff. Yeah. We need to add some cooler chords to this. No, I just deleted Serum entirely. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, maybe it'll be a happy accident. Maybe we can go to a different pack. I have some stuff from Splice, maybe. I want like a really sad synth, if you know what I mean. Which I don't think that was a good description, but still. Maybe Sick has some stuff. It's just all really short. These chord sounds too thin is the problem. I mean, I'll process them later, but like, yeah, these are too thin. I want this track. Okay, now we're in effects. That's not what we want. Although we will add some more effects later. I don't think I checked out these first ones. Okay, this pack is not gonna get us anywhere we want to go. Let's try a different pack. This pack, by the way, is ooh, we could. Ooh, I have an idea. We could add an ARP. Not that. I don't like that. This up an octave. Wait, there's one ARP like this. I forget. Oh, I know what pack it's from. Yeah, it's from a Cymatics. And it's really cool. I've used it in several base house things before. One of these. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Where is it? Okay, it's not that pack. Maybe this pack? Oh, I think it's this pack. Maybe it's too high and I can't find the sound I want because it's like too high. Okay, let's see. Can we find the right pack? Apparently we cannot. That's okay. Was it an ARP? It was definitely from Cymatics. I might have saved it. And if we can't find it, whatever. I think we just look for something else and I'll find it maybe later. I don't know. Does MHA have some stuff? I could add like some chord plugs. That could be cool. I'm just gonna delete this entirely because like that's not even filled up. Yeah. So just do an eighth note rhythm. And if you're new to the stream, welcome. We're not no, we're definitely streaming. We're not stopping streaming until the track is finished. So this could be a pretty long stream, or it could not. We'll see. I'm just trying to get myself motivated and also entertain you guys. Yeah, we're making a meme remix for video game that I'm aiming to finish today so I can drop it on YouTube on the day the game comes out. Okay, we don't like that sound. Let's see. Ooh, this is cool. This is awesome. I'm going to not use that reverb because I want to add my own, but that is a really cool one. So I like Realm for like airy reverbs like this. Yes. We can even go into the presets and like find some cool. I like these. They're like big reverbs. They just get like these weird sounds that are really cool. Maybe that's a little too messy. Yeah, this is pretty cool. These chords are now sounding a bit weird.
Go for code.
And actually, I'll play the drop for you guys real quick if you're new to the stream, because I see we have some new viewers coming in on Twitch. That's great. So yeah, that's a bass house drop. Still working on the break right now, as you can tell. It's very empty and very unpolished. I need to put this little, like, Nintendo Switch snap before that. Whoa. Okay, let's add some more ambience. I think that's what it's missing. So, oh, this actually, hold on. First, just realized this is not processed. How dare I not process this? Okay. OTT. And then we go back into this pack and find some more ambience. You can also look in other packs. And we can find a cool downlifter. That's pretty cool. We just need to pitch it correctly. Okay, this is crazy. This says, this sample, you guys see this? 128 BPM. It's not 128 BPM, because if it was 128 BPM, it would end on the 4 of the last measure. But it didn't. It's actually 112. Actually, I take it back. Maybe it's just because I pitched it. That's probably what it is. Wait, no, I warped it wrong. No. Okay. Yeah, because we want it to end there. So it is 120. That's so weird. It definitely was not at 128. Might have just been because I warped it. I don't know. We moved past it. Other cool downlifters, because that's not going to cut it on its own. This works. You can also get some cool risers. This could be a cool riser for the actual build-up.
Go for code bananas.
know, chat. So I added like before I was streaming, I added this thing to the build up. Just like a cool like little perk with like a hi-hat. Is it weird to add this because we don't have it in the drop? Like, it's not there, but it's here, so. Guys, let me know in chat what you think of that. While I start on some more stuff. You can go to... Yeah, let's see, 2-pack. This is kind of cool if we pitch it right. Okay, let's group just like all our ambient stuff we have going on. Here we need like a hard like kick. Like we can get some sort of like even just like a trap kick could work pretty well. Yeah. And then I want like a cool like trap, maybe even just like a trap clap or like a trap snare. My biggest gripe with trap claps is they're not big enough in my opinion. At least for what I'm trying to do. But trap snares are, oh, this is cool as a texture, but I want to add like a main one too. I want to make it go with the drum loop. I want to make this texture a little bigger. Oh, not bigger. Quieter. You're making a melodic dubstep song and you're feeling stuck at making a drop. Do I want to collab? Hi, yes, you can send all collabs to my either business email, which is linked in my YouTube studio, or you can DM me on Discord. That works great too. I cannot guarantee I will collab on it. I listen to the idea. If I like the idea enough and feel like I like them, mainly for me, it's just if I like the melody, then I will collab on it. So yeah, send me in Discord or my business email, and I will get back to you. But right now, I can't stop streaming until this track is finished. So I'm sorry, I can't work on it right this second. Okay, maybe this sounds a little too weird. You can make it go like a little quieter and then like build up into it. Well, the cool thing we can do here too is we can add a pan. So we go utility and it'll just pan from like left and right. You can make it go like a lot more extreme than that. Okay, maybe not that much, but if we go like 40 right and then 40 left. And then here what I like to do is I like to add a filter delay and reverb. We can even just use the filter delay. Actually, I don't like it. I've had mixed experiences with the filter delay. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. And then we add some like room reverb. Probably the longer decay. We can cut the highs a bit more on that than on that. Hello, welcome to the stream. If you're new here, we are making a remix for, not really a remix, we're like making like a meme track kind of for a video game, and I'm not stopping streaming until this stream is done. I'll play the drop briefly for you so you can get an idea of like what we're working with. anyways, yeah, that's just a brief clip of the drop. So right now we're working on a break because we don't really have that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on it on the chat. If you like the track, have you made Bass House before? Let me know. We can do like a... Actually, I'm just gonna do this, and then what we can do is we can invert the panning. Sorry guys if I'm jumping around a bit too much. Between welcoming people to the stream and also making this track. Okay, what is this? What is this automation? There we go. That looks a lot better. Yeah. And then here's the thing. This kick is going to mess up the low end because we need to add a side chain. So let's do that to everything. Just like a break group. So let's see. What is in the break? This is a... We can just call it break. And here, guys, if you stick around for a few more seconds, I'm about to show you a cool technique, sidechain technique, that not a lot of people talk about. And honestly, I didn't know for so long, and it's a really crucial and awesome technique that you guys should learn. So, basically, it's called, if we were to just go and do like a classic sidechain, like even just go into Kickstart, and we go and we route this to the kick, which is track track 69, and then we go, let's see, where is that? Here we go. We route this to the track. It's really heavy, and it's really heavy. Now, it works great for the drop, but for when you are in a break and you don't want that heavy of a sidechain, but you still want to make your low end sound clean, what we can do is we can do what's called an invisible sidechain. Now, basically, you have to... So far, the only plugin I've used that works for this is Shaperbox, because you can go into the volume, and then you can sidechain, and then we route this to the kick, which is here. And right now, this still sounds the same, but here's what we do. We first adjust the waveform to fit the low end, so that it's not playing when the kick is playing. There we go. Now, we don't have to make the kick shorter. Now, we have multi-band sidechaining is what this is. And multi-band sidechaining is literally just sidechaining in multiple bands, just like a multi-band compressor. But, so we have now a band for the lows, which if we solo, only the lows are being sidechained. Then we have a band for the highs, where the highs aren't being sidechained. Now, the act of sidechaining the lows only and not the highs is called invisible sidechaining. The other thing, really cool thing you can do with this, is you can make it so the highs have a shorter sidechain and like less on the mix, which will make it stand out for the drop. And if you're making like future bounce and want something super bouncy, you can do that really cool. And this is a trick that I've seen like nobody talk about. But for the purpose of the break, we are going to do invisible sidechaining. Actually, we can maybe bring up the mix a little bit on the highs. And if you compare this, like this is the original to our invisible sidechaining, as you can hear, our bass, when we have this, just the low end still ducks. So we're getting a clean low end, but it's not completely ruining our, like, the vibe we want to go for by sidechaining. And it's just a really cool trick that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about. Okay, let's see. These drums are incredibly boring, I'm not gonna lie, so let's fix that. Ooh, that's cool. What if we just distort this a ton? Like, what would actually happen? And we can even add, like, some, like, M saturator. And we can just go, like, really heavy on this. There we go. We can even add like some bass lane, which is another really cool plugin I don't see a lot of people talking about, but it's free and it's awesome. See how much bigger that sounds? It's still not quite standing out, so I'm gonna add a little bit of compression to kind of like somewhat even out the frequencies. And I'm actually gonna like push this distortion a bit more. Just make it a little clip. And we can do is we can add a we can make it clip, and then we can add a compressor after. Just a short peak compressor with a very short attack and a very quick release. To make sure that's not actually peaking there, but it is getting the clipping distorting sound. There's like a cleaner version of clipping where you can still get the distorting. I now see all of my viewers have left me, so sorry if this is getting a little bit too nerdy for you guys. I apologize. This is way too loud. We got like a quick like da-da, something like that. Let me make this go up 7. But we have to group this together and keep the distortion on all this processing. Maybe not that fast. I like this rhythm better. Maybe this one's a little bit weird. I don't want to get too weird, but I like weird sounds. We can also add some cool effects to make this one kind of sound a little different and like cooler, which is like one thing we can do is like a phaser. And guys, I've been listening to a lot of music where they have like cool like phasers on things and like the vocals. Okay, that's a little too weird. Maybe a bit crusher, but it's like I don't know, like Asher Postman does that a lot, and it's really cool. We can automate the frequency of this. Turn the mix down a bit. And we can just have this on this one only. Make it go up a bit. Yeah, it's a pretty cool effect, I think. Let's duplicate this again so we keep the automations, and then, yeah. Alright, how do we think this sounds?
Go for code bananas.
I think I really like the build up and drop, but not quite so the break just yet. I'm gonna take a quick break from the break. No pun intended. Oh, hold on, this reverb is too much. Why is there this blank audio track here? Why did I do that? That was weird. Okay, let's call this Weird Crushed Perk. Because that's just what it is, isn't it? Okay. I think the next cool thing we could do... Oh, I'm gonna get copyright claimed for this. Well, I was gonna say we could go through the... I have like this trailer thing where I'm gonna take snippets of the vocal and then just add it in because it's a meme song. But I feel like I'm gonna get copyright claimed, so I guess we're gonna finish the entire track, and I'm gonna do that off camera because I don't think I can without getting sued, because I'd be playing the entire trailer. It's snippets, that's fair use, but like the entire trailer is different. We need a big like reverse kick here though. Ah, thank you. We can take off this little transient here so the transient doesn't mess us up. And then we can reverse this. No, we can reverse this. Yes, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right.
Go for code bananas.
This is a pretty cool build-up. What are some cool like other vocals that I won't get copyright claimed for? And I'm gonna make sure to pick one that's not.
Brick the house. Brick the house.
Yeah, something like.
Brick the house. Brick the house.
Go for code bananas.
Brick the house. Take it. Brick the house. Brick the house. Brick the house.
This one's a little bit too weird.
The words don't matter anymore. It's all about the music and moving on.
Oh, these are vocals I don't want to play on stream. But so I'm not gonna play them. I'm probably just keep it that.
Go for code bananas.
Okay, the one thing I did think we could do for the break. Okay, these drums are just too loud. That's why it sounds so bad. Is go into MHA and add an ambient shot, because that could be cool, right? Yeah, there we go. Something like this. Although I don't want to put it on beat 1. There we go. Okay. I need... Whoa, that delay. Okay, we need to add some, like, glitches. I've used these glitches so much, I just, like, never release music with them. Although, if I do want to plug something, July 16th, I have a new track coming out, and it does use these glitches. So, be hyped for that, I guess. And also, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my release. Okay, that combination of the pew and the other glitch thing is awesome. That's what I like doing. I just like going here and like just finding like cool snippets. You can even add like some sort of brass stab. Actually, I have a brass in the drop. Is this? I can just steal the MIDI from this. Control J, that's what it is. then we add like some cool brass from Nexus. Let's see, what brass do we want to add? Do we want to go this big? Yep. Yes, we do want to go this big. This is really cool, this big. Wait, no, I want it to sustain for longer. Yeah. Okay, this is way too loud and like unprocessed. So let's also do something called routing this to an envelope. No, stop sustaining, please. Please. The Nexus sampler, I feel like, could always be better. Like, there's not, like, I'm not a particularly big fan of this. What does 1UP do? Oh, it just increases the octave. Okay. Maybe we just have to delete that layer. I feel like we don't have enough sub. That's my biggest fear with this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scrap this sub. Not the bass, just the sub. And I'm gonna layer it with an 808. I do have one in mind, but from Serum. Which for bass house, honestly, I used when I did a bunch of progressive house stuff, I used Nexus a lot, but like bass house now that I'm doing more, I guess I'm not doing a ton of bass house, but like for this, I've been using a lot of Serum and it works so great. Specifically Serum 2. This update is awesome. Okay. MIDI keyboard, please work. Why can't I hear it? There we go. That is awesome, 5 stars, but I'm not going to use it right now. Also 5 stars, but I'm not going to use that right now. That could be a YouTube video, is like rating different Serum presets. 4 stars. Okay, 808s, let's see. We're getting distracted. That one's decent. It has a lot of release, though. Wow, that was like... Hold on. 2.51 seconds of release? That is crazy. For an 808, that's kind of like mess up your low end. This is also a lot of distortion, I hear, yep. Oh, it has a splitter. This splitter thing where you can do multiband basically anything is awesome. I think Ableton just needs to add that so you can do multiband basically anything with any plugin. And don't you FL users come at me and say, oh, FL already has this. I wanted an Ableton. Okay, can we get an 808 that lasts for longer, though? Maybe just make this longer. There we go. So it needs more stabs on the brass, but I'm going to come back to that after I can get this bass sounding good. Let's obviously put this in mono. Don't want to mess up our lows. There we go. Okay, maybe this is a little bit of too much. Whoa! Whoa, this riser? Wait, where did that come from? Hold on, I swear I just heard some riser in there. Is it this riser? It's like a vocal hype riser. Where did that come from? That was cool. I don't even know where that came from. That was awesome. Oh, it's this. It's the perk. That's... I'm hearing things. It's definitely this build-up perk. Okay, so as we can hear, we need to sidechain things so that things don't get sounding bad. So, let's do that. The way I organize my groups is not something you want to be proud of. Not something I want to be proud of. Oh yeah, I also added these this is from the game. Okay. Let's see. Sidechain, right.
Go for code bananas.
Let's see. We need to group everything together. Not that. Let me know in chat, by the way, if you make music, how do you organize your projects? Do you organize them a little bit, a lot, at all? Do you have any tips? Because I clearly need them. Anyways, let's sidechain these. Using the invisible. We're going to do a little bit less invisible sidechaining. I talked about this earlier in stream. You can go back if you want to see my explanation. But I'm not going to explain it again because it lost like all my viewers. Everybody got too bored. Which is okay. Alright, that is too harsh. Match the waveform. Wait, no. This needs to be sidechained too. What I can do is I can just copy this. I think part of the problem with my MUD is that this respace is too wide.
Go for code bananas.
Yeah, let's keep it. I like 80%. I think 80% works great. Okay, maybe 80%'s a bit too much. I take it back. Let's go 60%. Yeah, so 60% sounds a lot better. Let's just do it for this one too. This is why I like grouping, so I don't have to keep going between them. But if I have to do this to make it work, it'll work. Sounds pretty good. Alright, let's go back to the break, see if there's things we want to change. So I'm immediately noticing that my attention just goes straight to this brass tab, and it kind of gets distracted from all the other ambient stuff, and I'm not a big fan of that, so let's try and fix that. There's several things I have ideas to fix that. I can start just by making it later. Okay, that actually fixed the problem. There we go. Perfect. I just want this brass to be a bit bigger, you know? Maybe you don't know. I'm still gonna make it bigger. We can add bass lane, which just adds side harmonics. Around 1K. I don't want to make them too wide. Bigifier, which literally just makes it bigger. Oh, yes. That is way bigger. Okay. This is an awesome preset, by the way. I didn't even know I was going for that preset. I just clicked and it worked. So that's great. Okay. Oh, wait, why is... This impact has too much lows and it's clashing. So, let's fix them. Start by putting it in mono. And I'm just also going to reduce them a bit. Tame it. We still have some lows, so we get that little bit of impact, but we do want to have it tamed. There we go.
Go for code bananas.
I want this.
Go for code.
It's meant to be like a radio, and it does not sound like a radio in the slightest.
Go for code bananas.
There we go.
Go for code bananas.
I am definitely going to take out the vocals and play this live because this is awesome. But I'm also dropping it as a meme song on YouTube so that hopefully it goes viral. Which would be bananas. Okay, pun intended. I want to add more stabs to this. Maybe. Maybe. That might be a bit too aggressive. Yeah, it's too aggressive. Wait, what was that one? Yeah, this. Is F in key? F is in key, but I can just drop it down to a D. E, D sharp, D. Let's see. Okay, there. Sounds pretty cool. And let's also process this and EQ it. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, we are not stopping streaming until I finish this song. So, yeah. My goal is to release it this coming Thursday on YouTube only. Can we talk about how massive this sounds? Like, this is massive. Okay, I want to experiment with something. I wonder if we don't filter this kick, what it'll sound like. Does this sound better? Okay, I want to still have it filtered. I just don't want to have it filtered as much. Whoa! That's why it sounds weird. It's because it's doing some weird stuff. Why is it doing that? I don't want it to do that. Where did all these automation things come from? Okay.
Go for code bananas.
Sounds pretty good. Okay, I think now I want to just check on the break, and then we have to continue after the drop. If we even want to continue after the drop. I don't know if we do. could make this go like really focus on the brass, because I feel like the brass is trying to take the attention away from everything else, and I think we just have to let it do that. So let's just like make it like the rhythm just focus on the brass here. Where we just do this. We move this around. We can even just reverse back into this kick to make it sound smoother. Maybe I want more sub of the reverse. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So we have to make this I still want this other chord to come, but I'm just gonna make it do this. Actually, what we can do is, because it's like we still have the and of 1 and of 3, so we can just do that. Yeah, there we go. Here we can even add a shaker of some sort, so we can do like... Actually, maybe Oxygen has some stuff? This pack might have some. Wait. There we go. Sounds pretty good. Oh, I want that to bend. I want the bass to bend, because that'll sound good. Dun dun da da. Yeah, instead of dun dun da da. Ignore my poor singing. Oh, the sub's not bending, that's why. There we go. Because it's probably too short to bend, yeah. I think I want it to bend with go an octave up, because you get more of the bend sound. What is taking away? Oh, it's this. My keyboard is way too loud. You guys can probably hear it. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see what I'm going for. Maybe we do the controversial thing of removing this here. Yeah. It might just make it sound better. So we do an 8th note. That's pretty cool. This is awesome. I love this. No, but I want this. Okay, maybe we can just make these sustain. Because I still want the power from these. We can just make it, like, do some filter stuff. Wait, I also want to make this macro, make it sustain more. Yeah, so then we crank this macro up to max %. I think we're losing some of the stuff there, so I want to make it sound bigger. So let's just go more stabs with the brass, because we're losing some of the power from the other stuff. Oh, yawn. We could do this. Okay. Let's do something like this. And chat, are you enjoying the song? What do you tell me what you think? Do you have any new ideas for it too? Let me know, chat. Okay. I'm gonna take this riser, put it here. And then there we go. Okay, this could sound better. See? Losing steam in the stream. There we go. Oh, that sounds good.
Overcoat and sand.
Yeah.
Overcoat and sand.
Okay. Let's make this. I want more claps and stuff here to like build the tension. Which clap are we using? 10? Okay, we use 22. Maybe a longer one. Like this. That starts late, that's weird. Wow. Okay. Da 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 da. We could add a beep riser. Sounds pretty cool. Oh, that 808 slide too. I guess that's the first time you guys probably heard that. I did this as like a little meme joke. And then I added this little bleep. Because I'm not giving them free promo, but like I kind of am, so. I think this might be done because it's a meme song. It's not like you don't want to have a full song, and because you want people to be able to like listen to it pretty easily. So you still get like a good 50 seconds ish of EDM. So I think the next step is to do some mastering work. So the first step I do is I go Julian just to get an overall dynamic to make sure I still have my dynamic contrast, because although it's pretty of an aggressive track, it's pretty much an aggressive track. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You want dynamics still. So we can just test our dynamics by just playing this through, and then this will tell us LUFS what we have. Making sure nothing peaks too suddenly. Oh yeah, the break might be too loud. So that could be a problem. Yeah, we don't have enough dynamic contrast. Okay, the drop is definitely louder. Whoa. So if we look at this graph, basically we can see the break's actually louder than the build-up a bit, because it's like where like the build-up is, and this is like where the break was. This is the drop. Now, you want to aim for like -6 LUFS for like kind of like bass house is what I usually aim for. And we're getting that, and it's not mastered. So we need to decrease the volume overall so we can boost it more in the mastering stage and just kind of let the exciters and stuff do that, because we'll get more power that way. The other thing is I need to make sure, I'm just talking to myself, I guess, that this is a lot quieter, so we have more dynamic contrast. So let's do that. This is the most tedious part, by the way, of production. It's so annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna start by moving the break down. Actually, I guess we can start. Yeah, I'll start just moving the break down. Let's go negative. I can go like 2 decibels down, so this would be -17.5. And this is. I still don't have a good tedious way, because the problem is it's clipping. So I can't just like put a utility and turn it down. There's nothing on this track, I don't think. And then, is there anything else in the break? There is this. I can just go individually. I guess we're technically reducing gain, but like, I don't want to have to put a utility on it. It's annoying. Alright, let's see. Do we get more dynamic contrast with this? Yeah, definitely we're getting a little bit more. I want some more than this. Because if we look at this, we're getting like -12, around -12, -11 LUFS. Here we're getting -10, but then we go back down a bit. So I want to just be safe and get another -2 LUFS of dynamics. So let's do that. Oh, too far. No, I want 19.5. Whatever, it's close enough. And this also, I'm now realizing needs to go down. This might be too quiet. I hope it's not too quiet and we have to boost the volume. Actually, I'm gonna boost it 1 dB. I really like to get this step perfect because yeah, it kind of makes or breaks your tracks. So that's like about 1 dB. Let's see, how does this fix it?
banana sample.
Okay, the drop is definitely way too loud. I think I am actually going to reduce it just barely anything quieter. Like, barely. Like half a decibel. Just so we get a little bit more. But the drop, now I have to reduce this drop. Because this drop is like, oh my god, it's so loud. Too loud. I'm just going to reduce it like 3 decibels to start. Because that's I want to go a lot because it's like way too loud. And then I gotta eat lunch, too. I forgot about that. Okay. Wait, that was 2.9? So... Okay. Oh, wait, I have to... Okay. To play it from like here, and then after this we'll overall like reduce everything down so that we're getting not clipping. I think that's pretty good because you want like a little bit, but not too much. We're getting like 1 to 2 dB in LUFS. I guess it's not dB. We're getting like 1 to 2 LUFS of dynamic difference, so that's good. Yeah. So now we see our true peak is like 3.5 decibels, and that is too loud. So we need to reduce everything by about 3.5 decibels, so we're not peaking at that. And that is we need to reduce everything, not just the drop, like every section, so we keep the dynamic contrast we made before. So let's do that. And this is an annoying part that you gotta do. And if you mess up and something gets like selected weird, you have to completely reselect everything. All 100-ish tracks, like 90 tracks, but still. There we go. Okay. So we need to reduce everything by about 3.5 decibels. Maybe even a little more. So now we see our true peak is -6, -7 dB, which is basically what we want. So now from here, now that we've done all these volume fixes, we can then go and master our track. I'm now realizing this is probably going to be too loud. Yeah. Yeah, too loud. Even that was a little loud. Perfect. Okay. So mastering, I usually start with like just some ozone. My mastering is pretty simple. It definitely could be a lot better. I need to invest in better mastering plugins too, because the ozone ones don't sound the best, but I mean, they'll get the job done. So first thing, make sure our lows are mono. And this kind of varies by genre. I like to make my basses a little bit wider. Here I want to like reduce, but then usually for like progressive house, I do a band like this, but for bass house, because I kind of want the wider bass. I'll do like a band here, because this you still don't want to keep super wide, but like anything here above like 300-ish hertz, you can. It's still like pretty low, but I still want it to be wider because we want that like kind of wider bass sound, because it's more bass focused. There we go. Next thing we add is an exciter. We want to just be very cautious on the lows, even though it is bass house. like barely to the point where you can barely hear anything. For these bands, I can even actually use something like this. Basically go to when it's like clipping and then I bring it down a bit. Sounds decent. You definitely don't want to overexcite, especially a higher stuff, because it will actually kind of like muffle it and make it less powerful if you overdo this. But if you do it right, it'll make it more powerful. Like, I'm very cautious with my highs. Let's see, did we mess up? I'm gonna close my eyes, I'm gonna spam this button, I'm gonna play it with and without. Wait, I forgot to turn on gain match. Okay, now I have to redo that. I definitely like it like this a little better. The next thing we add is a dynamic EQ, just to make sure these highs don't get too harsh, but which they're not, so we don't have to do that for this track. But just any harsh frequencies I like to clean up here a bit. Just overall harsh frequencies. Like here we can kind of hear with the bass and the lead combined. We're getting some harsh frequencies. Usually you want to fix this in your mix, but if it's like everything, you can do it a little bit in the master. Just not more than like a dB or two. What I'm listening for is where more than one element actually create the harsh frequencies. Hi, by the way, if you're new to the stream, we are not stopping streaming until we finish this track. Right now I'm on mastering, and then maybe I'll take a listen. I think it'll be done, so we're actually almost done. But I might polish out a few more things. But yeah, mastering. We're making a meme track for a video game. But yeah, I'll actually play a little bit of the drop for you. And I'm actually now hearing, I don't want these to be super as wide. Yeah, sounds pretty good. And the last thing we do is just some volume overall. And a soft clipper, which is a little complicated, but it's not actually that complicated. Just makes it doesn't clip too bad. It still pushes the volume. We now bring Julian out and span. We want to push it a bit more, like a few more dB. It's kind of hard to do that in Ozone without it sounding bad, but I'm gonna try my best. If we just do this, it's gonna compress too much. So you kind of have to use a bit of combination of soft clippers and this to achieve it in Ozone. Now we're around like -6 to -8, which is generally the range you want to aim for. Usually on the louder side for bass house, but and since this is bass house, I am gonna give the low end a little bit more punch with just a slight overall dynamic EQ. Really just like 1 dB of gain possible. Or it's not even getting that because it's like moving. So with and without mastering. This is without, and this is with. Actually, I'll do a gain match version. This is without. This is with. And then this is with the gain. So a lot of it's volume, but there's also some slight tweaks we do. Most of that is in the mix, though. So I guess now we'll listen to this.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Okay, I'm not actually hearing that the drop highs. I don't like the highs in the drop, so I'm gonna try. I think part of it could be I'm overexciting them. Because let me hear without the exciter. It does it a little, so I'm just going to reduce this in the highs a bit. But most of it is going to be a mix issue. I'm going to fix that. And I'm going to turn off the drop mastering so it doesn't mess us up. One thing we can do is to layer a ride. I like this one. With like there we go. Let's get a little more of the highs, and then we can turn on the mastering. Sounds pretty good. Alright, I think it's safe to deem that this track is now finished. If you want to hear this anymore, you can listen to the thing on this coming Thursday. I will be dropping it on YouTube because it's like a meme song. Hey, welcome to the stream. By the way, if you're ending, we're just finished the stream, but we were streaming until the song was finished. We made a Bass House remix, not even a remix, like a Bass House meme song of a video game coming out Thursday, and I'm going to drop it on YouTube Thursday. So look forward to that. I just played it in stream like a minute ago if you want to rewind and listen. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it when it drops. And yeah, I will see you all very soon in another stream or video.